Welcome to Lakes Area Theater. I'm Ann Hermes. You are in for a treat with today's episode from the life of Riley entitled Simon the Waiter.
If Chester A. Riley could have one wish, he'd probably wish he could have 1,000 eyes. Then he could keep one eye on his daughter Babs, and the others on Babs's 999 boyfriends, none of whom, according to Riley, are up to any good. For instance, the other night.
Hiya, Dumplin'. I'm home.
Oh, it's you, dear.
Well, yeah. Who did you think it was?
Well, for a minute, I could have sworn it was Cary Grant.
Really? Huh? I always thought I looked like Cary Grant.
But then the light hit your face.
Oh, is that so?
Don't touch that dial. Stay tuned, and we'll take you behind the scenes at Lakes Area Radio Theater in Alexandria. Ann Hermes is the artistic director.
Lakes Area Theater really was a brainchild of Mike Roers. Mike is an appraiser and works wild hours. To make things interesting, he would turn on old-time radio shows on the internet while he was working and fell in love with the whole process of audio theater. Mike himself is a stage actor.
Well, first of all, I was very involved with the Quad A in Alexandria and doing quite a number of shows. And the idea of doing more shows was very intriguing. So we thought of trying to create a venue for which we could do shows on a very regular basis. I mostly like the ideas of the CBS Mystery Theater from the 1970s, as that's what I listened to when I was a kid. Sure. And so I snooped for that. I liked how the stories were relatively concise, a half-hour story, introduce the characters, the conflict, and resolve. It was very convenient. It was a very nice story. When presenting the idea to the radio station about producing a radio show, it was conveyed to me to do something on a weekly basis.
So he came to me and he said, well, what do you think about this? I let the idea marinate a little bit and I thought, yeah, what fun. And so here I am as artistic director of Lakes Area Theater doing just the stuff that I love, and we're just having a ball. There are about 150 people that make up the Lakes Area Theater acting troupe. And that not only voice actors, but they are also sound effects techs and musicians. We have recording engineers in the group. But it isn't just our group that is performing. We have some groups from out of town that actually come here and perform. There's a group, they're called Lost in the Fog Players out of Minneapolis. We have a group from the Elbow Lake area that comes over. I think there's one forming in Fergus Falls that is going to come and perform. And when we add new radio stations to our network, we always discover if there's an acting troupe there and if they would like to be involved and bring a show over. This is very user-friendly and very different, especially for our stage-trained voice actors. Sure. They find it just wonderful because we will generally have rehearsals on a Monday and Tuesday to learn characterization, get a flow going, hear the sound effects and that sort of thing. Thursday night is devoted to a tech rehearsal where we add in the music along with the sound effects and the voice actors. And then Friday night's the performance. So, and with the scripts only a half an hour long, you can go through them quite a bit and get a lot accomplished in that amount of time. A lot of the upfront work is getting the scripts and putting the schedule together and getting the people, the directors involved. They themselves go out and cast voice actors from the demos that we do.
She's at the quarter table in the rendezvous room. I got to get rid of her.
What are you two whispering about?
Nothing. Excuse me, Peg. I've got to go make a phone call.
Well, all right, dear.
In what communities is your show currently airing?
Okay, well, I hope I can name them all here. We have Fergus Falls, we have Morris, we have Wilmer, Montevideo, Litchfield, we have Albany, we just added Aiken, Worthington, Jackson, Madison, The network just keeps growing.
Lakes Area Radio Theater provides an excellent opportunity for creative writers.
We are featuring some contemporary playwrights that have written for audio, or if they have actually done a short one-act play, we can adapt it for audio theater. We believe in supporting artists and writers and folks that are working right now. If anybody out in your watching area is a writer, I would love to have them contact me because we always are looking for new, fresh material.
We are definitely hearing from a lot of authors that have knowledge of what radio theater is, create characters with the words they use and with the accents they can create, and to convey and create a story within a half an hour. It is, I think, exciting for some of the authors to do.
Mr. Riley.
Oh, you ordered already. Good. I'm starved.
Do you mind if I start, Peg?
Mr. Riley, Muriel's here.
We're getting an awful lot of local and regional people submitting scripts that are quite wonderful. I wonder if it's also really exciting for those authors to see their shows on the radio, to see how we take those stories and put accents to them, put the sound effects to them to create the story.
Goodbye. I'd better make a note of it on this pad. Meet you-know-who at the Cozy Corner at 7 for dinner. Ha! And he said there was nothing to it.
I think it's got to be, well, personally, several of the authors have been here while we've done the stories, and it has been wonderful to watch them create the story.
It's been very gratifying. Writers from all over the United States have found us. We have done shows from a writer in Seattle. There's a writer in Iowa that we've done, New York, Florida. Don Shelby wrote a show, a new Sherlock Holmes mystery, came and directed it and performed as Sherlock in it. So that was just a hoot.
The funnest thing in doing the shows is when we go through the read-through and you see the line that says, I'm outside here. And, you know, then you're told, well, okay, I'm supposed to be the heavy of this crime family. And it's like, yeah, I'm outside here, you know. And you can kind of try to create what that element is. Or, you know, you're the bellhop at a hotel. And you try to convey what you think that person would look like in a couple words. A lot of times you don't have a lot of words to create that image of what that person would look like. And then, you know, with the sound effects, we can create the setting, whether it is, you know, you knock a couple plates together in a dish and that creates the element of a restaurant in a very short order. I remember one show we used a stick and a honey server, that little rib thing, and we rubbed those together and we made cricket noises. Oh boy, I will tell you. Well, the fun we had with that one during the practices.
Will you order now, sir?
Oh, are you the waiter?
No, I am the maître d'.
Oh, no. I'll order later, mater.
We feature all the genres. There is horror, there is suspense, there's mysteries, there's detective stories, comedy, drama, sci-fi, just westerns, whatever. In fact, we'd love to encourage someone to write. Any writers out there? Write a western. They're hard to come by. Yeah, it would be fun to do a modern day western.
The play that you're producing tonight is a comedy?
Yes, it is. It is an episode from the old-time radio series, The Life of Riley. And this will be the, I believe, 4th episode that we've done, and we've been so lucky to have the same actors come and reprise their roles over and over. That's been fun, and fun for the live audience as well to see Joe Korkowski and his wife Sue playing Chester A. Riley and Peg.
Meet him. Look, I got a new style. You see, I hold the bowling ball like this. Hey, stand back, Peg.
Don't throw that ball. You'll wake Junior.
And then Kip Sundley, who is well known in the area for his acting and now his voice acting, he plays a character called Digger Odell, who's the town undertaker.
don't stray from your fireside, or you'll land in a place that's hotter.
I would encourage anybody who's interested in getting involved to call, because we are a totally inclusive group. We have room for a lot more voice actors, especially men.
May I recommend The Lover's Delight?
Just call and come and be involved.
So many people have come to our shows and said, I want to be a part. I want to be a character. I want to try it. I think that there's not a reason to not be here. So everybody can do this. Everybody can do this. We've got kids involved. We've got young adults involved that are trying to just learn how to stand in front of a mic and talk to people.
Chester? Look, son, Well, Aunt Mitchell,
You sure know how to pick 'em.
but I did it. She picked me.
It is a wonderful night out. You come by, our shows take about a half an hour to record, and then we'll do some outtakes if people make mistakes. But it's a great beginning of an evening. You come with a couple couples, you see the show, you go out and have yourself a nice dinner, and you talk about what you saw. And then you dare each other to come and want to be in a show.
Oh, that has been really interesting to see our faithful audience come. A lot of times it's a couple or several couples that get together, and then they'll go out and maybe have dinner or an adult beverage afterwards, and yeah, it just makes it a nice, easy, inexpensive Friday evening.
Oh, murder that son! If I ever see him around here, I'll